What's up, nerds? It's Havoc, and today we're beginning a new series called our Pro Match Breakdown series. This is a series I'm going to do on an ongoing basis where I'm breaking down live, well, mostly live, games from our professional players, basically top 10 1v1 players in the world. Sometimes I'm in that category, sometimes I'm not, but I don't think I should deprive you guys of excellent gameplay, excellent strategy, just because I'm not the featured player. So we're kicking this series off with, I would say, without arguing, really, the two best players in the world easily, F3riG and Ray. F3riG has recently taken a role on subcontract working for Relic on the Balance team, which we're all very excited about. I think it's going to mean great things in store for the future of Company Heroes 3. And so very excited for him to be a part of that team. And of course we have Ray, who is like the #1 player on the ladder for, I think, almost every faction or every 3 out of 4 factions. And I wanted to cast this game today because I thought it was super interesting, very diverse strategy set from these two, and they are the best at execution in the game. So without any more hesitation, we'll get right into it. So opening up, F3riG starting out with a engineer, rifleman, and scout opener. Engineer hopefully going to help him out with the early mine sweeping capabilities. Maybe he was anticipating this strategy from Ray. Ray's been using a lot of coastals recently, so that could be part of the reason. I also know he likes the early short-range firepower, and the cost of engineers being able to plant down sandbags is also very nice. And we see a pretty standard opener here. We're on Djebel Pass. We've got F3riG up here in the north, Ray down here in the south, and Ray going for a very heavy triple coastal 2-pile opener, very standard for a coastal build. And this is going to give him a lot of economic power throughout the game. He's going to get a lot of free reinforcements, hopefully, from his bunkers, from his coastal squads, and he's going to look to transition that into some strong early, mid-game power. And F3riG is going to be under a lot of pressure just in terms of volume of units on the map here in the early game, so he's going to have to play it very well in order to get the best value out of his units and maintain control of the map. So we can see here, Rifleman closing on the coastal squad. This is the optimal range you want to be in, is point blank. Ideally, you want to grab the coastals out of cover when they are fighting, because they are much less accurate and far less DPS in general when they're fighting outside of cover. And so Riflemen are going to be looking for opportunities to grab them out in the open, and ideally not want to engage them when they're in green cover, trying to close from long range. So F3riG is going to be working really hard to prevent that. We've got a scout squad kiting this pioneer here on the flank. This is I want to pause this here because this is a very critical engagement here. You could see the kind of map pressure that F3riG is going to be under if he does not win this engagement against the pioneer. The importance of this early engagement cannot be understated. The fact that his scout already has vet 1 is going to give him a pretty distinct advantage because it reduces his ability to be hit by the pioneers on the move. And in terms of microing this, you'll notice F3riG is going to backpedal while in between his shot cooldowns, and Ray is just going to look to collapse and get on top of this scout squad as soon as possible. If F3riG does this correctly, he will win this engagement. He'll push back the pioneer and retain some map control on this side. If he fails, he will likely lose this +16, lose the +10, and incur some pressure on his cutoff from the incoming coastal squads from base from Ray here. Ray, you'll notice, also very deliberately holding down this strong point. This building is a great way of cutting the map in half. And so he's going to be very intentional about trying to hold this down throughout the early game to make sure that F3riG doesn't begin to encroach on the south side of his map, this map where his fuel is. And we can see here in the early game, Ray with both players actually with a very healthy income on both manpower and munitions. Ray a little bit more map control with the extra +5 here. Rifleman closing on this pioneer that F3riG managed to force away because he was perfectly kiting it here with the scout squad. Very well done there. And we're going to see this large force concentration of coastals move across and likely going to be trying to engage these riflemen from long range and trade out very effectively there. We also see an infantry company here going up for Ray, likely just looking to progress his tech and access either tier 2 or 3. Excellent positioning here by the coastal squad. This is about as far out as he can get. It looks like he's going to move in on the flank here. Scout is also in a very good position to deal with this coastal. Ray recognizing he has the initiative here. He's got the sheer numbers advantage. He's just going to close on the scout squad to mitigate cover, end this engagement as soon as possible. And F3riG's doing an excellent job actually moving his riflemen back to answer this coastal squad push and access the flank of the coastal here. And this one is actually not taking advantage of the opportunity to push forward and take more ground. Little bit of a missed opportunity here by F3riG. If he was positioned here, he would have full access to the coastal squad's flank and not be shooting them through green cover like he is right now. Meanwhile, Rifleman Engineer pushing up the middle, forcing back this coastal squad. This one inside the building is going to be safe for now. He's going to buy some time. We can see F3riG here went for the early captain into Weapon Support Center. He's now constructing his first M3 armored personnel carrier. Captain is pushing straight for the cutoff to deny the fuel income of Ray. Rifleman getting pushed away in this. Yeah, perfect timing on the... And this is a great call out here. So medical tent coming in for F3riG after he's begun construction on his M3 to make sure that he's going to get optimal timing on that. Ray also having the 221 in production, but no bunker in the base yet, surprisingly. Despite having the CPs for it, I'm a little surprised to see Ray hasn't gone for the auto-constructing bunker to give him access to early meds and the free models on the coastal squad. But this is textbook from F3riG. I mean, he's the best US player in the game by far. Very effective on the rifleman. Okay, so we've gone for heavy weapons from F3riG. He's gone for the M3 personnel carrier with exchangeable parts. And of course we have, oh, interesting. Okay, Ray's decided to go for the concrete bunker rather than the auto-constructing bunker. I really like the rapid fortifications bunker. I want to call this out actually for everybody. So he is a little bit short on CPs. But he could go designate defensive line into rapid fortifications. I'm imagining that Ray might want to go for support bunkers instead. But rapid fortifications, it's a little bit cheaper than a standard bunker that you build with your troops. And the upgrades come at a 50% discount, which is fantastic for the early game. And it makes your overall resources spent on heals quite cheap. With the exception of the medical station being the best option. But this is the next best thing by far. And he's going to get lots of free models on his coastal squads because of their passive. That comes at Vet 1. I can't remember where it is. Oh, wait, no, actually, sorry. It's a free passive where they get a free model reinforced every 60 seconds from a bunker. There we go. Reserve pool. Here we go. Not every 60, actually every 40 seconds. And then we also have the casualty collection here on the bunker, which is also going to make for a great manpower economy for Ray. M3 runs into a quick mine that was planted by the coastal squad, but he's not too afraid of that because he only took 50% damage because of the really nice passive on the M3 Reckless Assault variant. We've got a 75mm coming in for F3riG in preparation to deal with the 221 scout car that is pushing into his base, chasing down his captain. Very nice aggressive play from Ray. And the 221 really is your best option for making early game aggressive plays after you've started with a very good tempo of the coastal squads. They are not very good on the move or on the aggressive side. You really just need to push back your opponent in order to get offensive value out of them, but the scout car changes that because you can be very aggressive with the scout car. So here we go, scout car chasing down the rifleman, but F3riG getting an opening shotting with the GMC and follows up, gets the kill on the 221. Very nice kill there from F3riG, and with engine damage and all of that. Absolutely perfect micro on his part. He continuously moved forward after the opening shot to continue to close the gap on the scout car. Ray did not have enough time to reverse out of range before eating that second shot and finishing the fight there between those two. Ray going for a 20mm gun. This is a very common opener and again adds to the firepower, backline power of the coastal squads. It's a great way to create space and force openings in your opponents while the coastals are busy holding down the front line. Very nice. Another mine planted down there by Ray. F3riG doing a good job of sweeping as much as possible with this engineer squad, getting great value out of it. GMC not going to have a lot of targets, but he is going to have the option to swap this for exchangeable parts in about 22 seconds if he so chooses. Eats another mine here on the flank. That's these coastal mines, man. They could be very brutal. .20mm forces the engineer squad away from the cutoff on the +10 fuel for Ray. Another mine hit by F3riG. Man, he's just taking crazy casualties from these mines. GMC barrage coming in to try to flush out this coastal squad. Does a good job pushing it away. We'll see if we get a swap here from F3riG. I don't know if it's going to happen. We've got another M3 coming in, which is a nice choice. Rifleman coming in here on the flank of the coastal squad. .20mm moving into cover and start pounding away at these guys. F3riG recognizing the opening. He's going to back away, move to a better cover position away from this .20mm gun. He's trying to buy time for his second M3 to hit the field. Meanwhile, Ray, we've got Luftwaffe company up. He's already teched armored support elements, so he's very close to his first Wirbelwind, if that's going to be his choice. And it likely is very similar, basically just the next level up from the scout car. Excellent offensive power, really good at chasing squads, wiping things, getting the flank. Got a double pile push here onto the cutoff of F3riG. .20mm in position to cover this push from the Pioneers. Getting some great damage in on the GMC. GMC is short for gun motor carriage, by the way, for those of you that don't know. Rifleman going to defend the cutoff. .20mm in position to protect those Pioneers. We've got, it looks like maybe a double GMC barrage setting up on this Flak 30. Rifleman choosing to stand actually out of range, which I think is a really interesting play. I would certainly force to try to hold this cutoff. But F3riG playing it much safer, much smarter, pushing away with both of his riflemen. Scout trying to chase down this coastal squad that is, ooh, very low. Very, very low. No mines here on the strategic point. This is a bit of a risk from F3riG. If there's a mine here, it could very easily wipe the scout squad, but he's going to take that gamble anyways. Engineer out here on the flank. I prefer to kind of do this in the inverse. There tends to be a lot more mines planted in the center of the map, and the scout's much better at capturing these higher value territory points on the outside. Very nice job getting the disconnect here from the scout. GMC's in position to protect the retreat of these units. Very nice move from F3riG, basically cutting off the fuel and then moving directly to intercept and begin the capture process on the fuel as well. GMC nearby, gonna start getting some repairs from that engineer squad where they go for the decapture. And we've got a 1919 in here, in production here for F3riG. Gonna help give him some more field control over some of these defensive positions he's wanting to hold, like the cutoff here and his +10 fuel. Scout doesn't quite get the decapture on the +10 fuel. GMC is gonna hit that defensive position. Very nice anticipation by F3riG. Ray compensates and moves into the, unfortunately giving up the decapture on his +10 fuel. That's unfortunate. I think that's a bit of a miss micro there. Flak is getting aggressive here. 2 riflemen in position though to deter the dive. Ray's being a little bit careful of potential grenades from these riflemen, which I think is great. Good flanking maneuver used on the rifleman to close on this Flak 30. He might get the decrew. Wow, very nice. Uses the captain mark on the Wirbelwind. GMC is chasing it down now. Gets snared by the coastal squad. Very nice protection there by Ray. Second GMC is here to help as well. Flak 30 in a nasty position. Looks like the GMCs are going to go for the clear on it. Ray not noticing it with the Pioneer squad, ends up losing that Flak 30. That's a lot of missed firepower he's now giving up. And if I were F3riG, I would feel very comfortable at this point teching bars for his riflemen. We'll see if he so chooses that. GMC... Oh, GMC going for the cheeky wipe in the base on the coastal squad. And if he didn't get the free model, he would have lost it. Really excellent play there from F3riG. Recognizing that opportunity to try and get that killing blow on the coastal squad, but he got the automatic reinforcement from the medical bunker there, and it saved the squad. We've got a Martyr in production as an answer to these GMCs for Ray. I'm a little surprised not to see like a COH3, but I can kind of understand. COH3 has been pretty difficult to use now without the ability to ambush your opponent's units. Coastal going to be laying a lot more defensive mines down, it looks like. Martyr in position to now better protect the Whirlwind Flak Panzer pushes. Second engineer coming in for F3riG. He's really bothered by those mines that are being planted by Ray, so I have to imagine that he's going to go for another sweeper here. M1919 locking down this middle position here against the Pioneers and the Coastals pushing in. Whirlwind poking away at this engineer squad, but the GMCs are there for a quick answer. And it looks like Ray's slowly transitioning into a Jaeger mid-game with G43s. Those are going to outscale the Riflemen really nicely and be a better better answer to the Riflemen, especially as they tick their bar upgrades. Hopefully he gets like one more squad of these guys out to help out his mid-game infantry force. Martyr's going to get spotted there by the scout. He was definitely within vision range. And F3riG setting up for another really nice push here on the fuel cutoff. Now he's not going to push in with the Rifleman yet. Looks like he's going to wait for an opening to get in position with his GMCs so that he can kind of press his way in here. Rifleman started to scoop up the points here on the flank as well. Scout using the stealth reconnaissance ability to scope out these positions of Ray. And it looks like GMC is rotating over to answer the Flak Panzer push on the right-hand side. Martyr, ooh, he's using the Martyr passive. Looks like he might get caught out here by the grenade. He does get it off. He's going to chase. He's chasing with the GMCs. One shot, two shots. Wow, that's a dead Martyr. Oh my gosh, that worked out perfectly for F3riG. Ray trying to counter push here with the coastal squads, but like I said, they're pretty awful on the move and in the open, but he's got enough unit volume here that it might not make a difference. Artillery officer coming in here for Ray. That's going to make some really nice help with his infantry scaling, especially from his coastal squads because of some of the passive benefits, namely the Inspire Combatants, and he's also got Supervised Sector, which provides some very nice infantry bonuses as well. Flak Panzer moving to cut off the engineer, but the engineer retreats just in time. Is he going to go for the chase? Yes, he is chasing. Coastal squad also going to be on the retreat path of this engineer. GMC is moving into defensive position to prevent the dive here from the Whirlwind. Looks like he's going to get away with all four of these engineer models, which is kind of a surprise, honestly. Okay, we've got a little bit of a lull in the action here. Captain squad poking away at this coastal. Great map awareness from F3riG, recognizing that the Whirlwind is on this side. Maybe he wants to pull it away. He might be a little afraid to push back into this territory without his minesweepers. And just looking at our tech choice or our battle group options here, looks like, yeah, so Ray has in fact gone for support bunkers, and he's gone for designated artillery overwatch, which is interesting. This is a very nice defensive ability when you have forward bunkers. But no forward bunkers yet from Ray. Coastal wall is up, which means he's going to be able to plant those mines for even cheaper, and he's got a great munitions income. Ooh, F3riG hits a mine on the left side, decides not to get aggressive. Oh, the Martyr was out of position, so he wasn't able to follow up. Looks like he wants to now, but he's going to see that Rifleman. Captain Mark is coming in. This is a little bit dangerous, actually, for Ray. Very bold of him to be pushing in like that. I guess he's screening with the coastal squad, so he feels like maybe he can get this off. Martyr pushes in. He might go into hull down mode to try to get the second shot. Nope, misses. Takes a hit from the GMC. Coastal snare goes in. Is he gonna fire again? No. Man, it didn't look like it, but that was actually a very tense engagement. Like Ray looking for the opportunity, looking for the vision on this mind snared this GMC. This one shot would have did it in for him, and felt pretty confident that he could get it with enough vision from the coastals, but not quite. Lots of great mines going up here from Ray. It continues. Still very healthy munitions income. Werbel's a very comfortable position, just poking away at this rifleman. Another rifleman hits the mine in the middle. Really need to get more of these, more presence from these minesweepers along with the rifleman, so he's not bleeding so many models. And we've got the 50 cals coming in for COH3. I think that's a great choice. Some awesome extra firepower. Very nice grenade to flush all these units out of the flank here. Coastal's gonna decap this bottom side. COH3G eating more mines here on the left. Is he thinking about going for the Pershing? What has he got? 4 CPs? Another martyr out here for Ray. He might be anticipating the Pershing here from COH3G. 50 cal's in a good position, but he's gonna take some big hits from this artillery barrage. COH3G countering with the GMC barrage on the officer. Both units forced away. Rifleman kind of just chilling out here on the right, maybe waiting for an opportunity to, yep, waiting for the sweeper to come in, clear out the mines before he moves any further. Great presence of mine there by COH3G, and he's much more comfortable moving his GMCs over here now that he's got the sweeper. Martyr's moving to respond. Flare in the air from the G43 Jaegers. This is going to set up for a very nice wow, he picks up the kill on the GMC. Very nice. Excellent maneuver between the use of the flares and the martyrs coming in together here. And now COH3G's going to have second thoughts about pulling these GMCs up to protect his rifles against this whirlwind. Flamer Pile in a good green cover position here. Jaegers guarding the middle. Coastal's vacuuming up the left side of the map. Pretty strong force concentration. Great sprint. Yeah, interesting sprint there from the rifleman. Second Werbel in production for Ray. COH3G really starting to feel the VP pressure now. He's at 180 VPs. Triple cap about to tick for Ray if he manages to push COH3G off here. Rifleman, yeah, Rifleman, M2, 50 cal. Pulls back the Rifleman, and we've got, wow, he's gone for the towed gun. Okay, interesting. I like this a lot, actually. Okay, so 50 cals moving out of the radius here of the 50, another 50 cal in position. Gonna start poking away at this martyr. Actually, not enough penetration to deal meaningful damage to it, but he does have the 3-inch towed gun in the background now. Engineer trying to get the decapture here on this star. It's in neutral state, but it's decapturing, and he's got a long way to go.
We have lost control of a victory point.
M3 gonna provide some overwatch there for the engineer squad, which is gonna give him the space that he needs. Meanwhile, Rifleman emerging from the base here. Almost 3 full squads. Moving back onto the right side of the map. Ray, no additional new teching choices. He's gone for the bulwark bonus on his bunkers, but again, no bunkers for Ray outside of the initial bunker that was placed by the coastal squads. Getting aggressive here with the M3. Oh, drops it off. Takes the hit from the martyr, but he's gonna get that shot in return. Second shot. Oh my gosh, Ray, big misread on the range of the towed gun there, but he does manage to pick up the GMC in counter with the second Werbel that just hit the field. And I'd actually say that's not a bad trade for Ray under the circumstances. Now he doesn't have to deal with the GMC anymore, just the towed gun. Rifleman getting aggressive here. We've got another 50 cal in the build for COH3G. Ooh, this Rifleman could be in a bad position to get picked up by this Werbel. Oh, big miss micro by Ray. Oh my gosh, letting that Rifleman get away is brutal. Yeah, I think he was focused on this engagement here on the right with the towed gun, and he missed the opportunity to chase down that Rifleman. 50 cal gonna chip away a little bit. Another Rifleman on retreat here.
Territory lost.
Ray, is he gonna respond to this? No. Misses another opportunity for a potential wipe on the Rifleman. That could be a big blow, but here he is. He's trying to close on the 3-inch gun, which has been cornered by the Whirlwinds. He's pushing in here. 50 cal gets forced away. It's totally encircled. Rifleman here to defend. He gets the crew shock on. M3 Towen is in position. He's going to get the first shot on the Werble there. I think he's going to be safe here behind this shot blocker. COH3 tries the attack round through the wall, but it's not going to make it through that beautiful... What is this? Roman pillar construction. And wow, he's forced away the counterattack from COH3 to open up that path of safety for his towed gun to get back. I thought that gun was cooked there. I feel like if he had collapsed on it with everything, he might have been able to decrew it and take it away. Very well played by COH3. Good use of the captain on me ability to push away this coastal squad. It's not called on me. What is it called? Flanking maneuver.
100 points remain. We're cutting it close.
100 VPs now for COH3. It's getting down to the wire. These coastal squads are just littering mines all over the place. But thankfully, the second engineer squad getting a ton of value and frankly veterancy from sweeping these mines. Towed gun in position to counterattack on this. Ooh, Werble squeaks away before taking the shot from the towed gun. Definitely want to get some repairs on this so we get the access again to the reckless assault ability. The damage reduction, very crucial on this unit.
Heavy anti-tank.
Another M3 in here in production here for COH3. He said, I'm under too much pressure to go for tier 4. GMCs aren't going to cut it. I need another towed gun to deal with this armor. And I think, honestly, I think this is the only call that he's got at this point. He has gone for rapid reposition, which is going to give his machine guns a lot more field presence. Doing a great job holding down the North VP here. Martyr in defensive position overlooking the middle VP. Werble catches out the towed gun. But the half-track does manage to squeak away. Second towed gun getting in position here, rotating over to the right-hand side to protect the right-hand VP. Machine gun team backing away. Oh, Captain getting a little bit low from that barrage. M3 gets a great hit on the Werble. Can he get the second shot? No, not quite. Not quite. He's also got bolstered team weapons, which is going to give a bonus rate of fire to both the towed guns and the machine guns, which would be really, really nice, especially for the AT guns. 1919, great suppression maneuver here on the G43 that was attempting to flank. He's going to close on the coastal squad and cover with the riflemen. Towed guns in position, machine gun watch in the middle. Werble standing watch on the left-hand side of the map. Pioneer moving to flank on the on the 50 cal, but he does get chased away by the rifleman. Decapture is going to continue to tick. COH3's about to hit 50 VPs. He's really got to start taking the initiative and getting some more map control. He's going to get choked out here if this pattern continues. Kill differential pretty much even for both players, but Ray's going to be getting the better end of that with his manpower economy from the medical bunker and the coastals.
3-inch gun is ready to deploy.
Rifleman here to protect the middle. 50 cal overwatching. M3 gun is also in position to defend. He's going to rotate and get the opening shot here on the Werble. Meanwhile, we've got a push on the North VP here as well. Werble backs out of the range of the 3-inch gun. Mortar barrage coming in from the officer here on both gun positions. Double rifleman here, plus the M3 assault carrier getting forced away. Very nice. Good work on the coastal squad. Double G43 in here in the middle is going to take a lot of damage onto these squads that are in the exposed territory. 50 cal repositions to suppress the officer. We've also got the engineer squad decapturing the southern VP that was chased away by the 3-inch gun. Ray's a little bit afraid to push in here with the Werble, knowing that there's a double 3-inch gun on the prowl now. Engineers forced away by the coastals. Werble sitting in a safe range. G43 Jaegers, very nice capture speed bonus coming in clutch here. He's going to get a 2 VP tick here, it looks like, on COH3, unless he can interrupt. He's got the double rifleman. He definitely has the firepower, especially with one of the riflemen being Vet 3. A pretty rare sight these days, I would say. Warble coming in as an answer to the rifleman, but there is a tow-inch gun in position there for a 5-inch, what is this, 3 or 5? I think it's a 3-inch tow gun, yeah. It's the M5, that's why I keep calling it the 5-towed gun. We got a double coastal plus a Warble flank coming in here from Ray. I really like this maneuver. He knows the towed gun is in the background. So he's looking for another opportunity, an angle of approach to potentially come in and sweep the gun. But f3riG can smell it. He sees the Warble poke against the machine gun here and squeaks away with the M5. Artillery barrage almost decrewing that 50 caliber. Towed guns are coming together in the middle here. He is going to lose that top VP, but he is going to maintain the middle here. 59 VPs and counting. He doesn't have a lot of time left. He's really got to get out and start killing some of these vehicles. Maybe pairing up the towed guns together to try to get some firepower, extra firepower to try and pick up some kills on these Warbles. I want to pause here really quickly because I want to highlight how f3riG is using these towed guns. And I think I've been doing this a lot recently, and I think a lot more players need to think about using their towed guns this way. That applies to the M5, it applies to the 88, it also applies to the 17 pounder. So guys, you have the tow heavy weapon command, which is pretty good, but I will say that I feel like it gets you into a lot of trouble when you're trying to be quick about your maneuvers. And getting your gun into the perfect position quickly is really, like, especially when you're using these things reactively, is of the utmost importance. So the better way to do this is to maneuver your weapon into position using the reverse command for the vehicle. Okay? So what f3riG's doing is he's reversing his vehicles into position, and then he's just dropping the gun using his I can't do it with this one. Using the unload key, the F key, right? So he's reversing into position, and then he's just unloading the gun, and the gun will automatically fixate on an available target. It'll center on an available target, and then it'll start firing. And when you're using a pair of these together, you can be crazy aggressive with these things. And the really nice thing is the half track will be in the perfect position to pick up the gun again and scoot away using like a forward or just a standard move command, which is going to make you be much more quick with the movements of your heavy AT gun. So f3riG, like, putting on a masterclass for us in this case as he's using these M5 guns. You can see him reversing in here, and he's going to drop it off. No, opts not to, because he's maybe a little bit too close to the coastal squad. Using the artillery barrage ability from the M5.
Down to only 50 points. Sector gone. We must take it back.
Rifleman forcing away the coastal squads here in the middle, so he's going to hold on to that. Also chasing him off the fuel. He's got 46 VPs and counting. M3 getting right in the face of this Jaeger squad. Ooh, nice counter shot from the M5 covering the M3 here. Very nice. Warble in position. Chipping away at this engineer squad on the flank here. Oh boy. f3riG still running into mines here on the north side. He's going to hit another one if he keeps pushing in. Good retreat there. Good retreat. There is a great sense of urgency though. Looks like this gun, yeah, gonna go for the high explosive barrage on the VP here. Very nice retreat from Ray. Takes minimal damage in terms of models from that M5. It looks like, no, M5, he's gonna pack it up. f3riG, or sorry, Ray here, gone for their Panzer Grenadier company. Very interesting. Maybe he's gonna go for a Stug. Potentially, oh, there it is, Nebelwerfer. I missed that completely. So he's got a Nebel to counter these fixed positions of f3riG. It's a very nice answer. It's really the only one he's got, since he's got no other options outside of maybe going for tier 4, but even that. I do feel like it might have been better to wait for maybe one of these Warbles to be healthy and in position to push before pushing in with the Nebel, but that's all right. 25 VPs left for f3riG, man. It's getting tight.
Defend our victory point.
Is still holding it down with 2 VPs though. F3 Rifleman, he's going to push off this Coastal, no problem. We're at the outscale point for the Rifleman versus Coastal matchup. Jaegers, I don't think got officer quarters. I actually think that's a big miss, honestly, by Ray. Not having the officer quarters for his Jaegers is really going to hurt the scaling of these two squads and their potential damage output. Oh. Oh, the Whirlwind. Oh, great pickup from the M5. This is just chaos unfolding everywhere. Other M5 moving in position to respond to the Whirlwind. Looks like he's going for the chase almost. He's trying to get into position. He's got vision on it because of the Captain Mark. Oh, Rifleman gonna potentially pick up this G43 Jaeger on retreat. He's gonna chase with the sprint. Captain gets taken out by the Whirlwind. COH3 pushing forward with the 50 cal to get out of the Nebelwer for barrage. Oh my gosh, the second Jaeger's gonna go down as well. HE shells. Oh man, Ray's just clinging for these VPs. He's hoping that he can bleed COH3 out here. Another mine gonna protect this Coastal squad here from the Rifleman pushing in. 13 VPs and counting. Oh my gosh. COH3's gotta be cooked here, man. 30 cal machine gun. What is that? Oh, he used the... Okay. This is another great call out. So this free ability, Fortify Position, COH3 managed to get it upgraded on his Vet 1 M3 assault carrier. So he's dropped this position for free. And now he's going to have it help to overwatch on this middle victory point. That's going to come in really clutch. Another mine going down. This is great play. Just textbook Coastals from Ray. And this is really the only way that Coastals can hold in the late game against Riflemen, is they have to force them to hit a mine. 50 cal here protecting the top VP with the help of the scout squad. M3 is going to go for... No munitions for a barrage. Making it very cheap though with the high explosive fast recovery option for veterancy on these M3s. Another machine gun in production for COH3. Interesting choice here. Guess he wants to be able to lock down all three at once. And man, I gotta... Like, the sprint has definitely saved this game for COH3 on these 50 cal teams. Like, they've been back to base healing and then back to the front line so quick with the rapid reposition. No 50 cal upgrade going to be for a little bit here for COH3, but he's got a great munitions income. Some nice sandbags going down here in the middle. Some sandbags going down for these pioneers as well. M5, the whole field has pretty much been cleared of these bushes, so he's got free reign over the middle with this M5. And I think Ray can see it. I'm not 100% sure, but Pioneer sight range is pretty far. Nice rotation here from the 50 cal. Scout versus Coastal engagement. Very nice sweep here by COH3 after running into a couple mines last time with the Rifleman. He's trying not to take too much chip damage so he can get forced, so he doesn't get forced away. M5. Just nice, good counter shot on the Martyr here. He might get the follow-up. Not enough vision, it looks like. HMG position might be pretty short-lived, it looks like. Yep, that's gonna go down. That's okay, he's got another free one coming up here available. MG42 taken out by COH3 here. Nice grenade. And use of the artillery barrage ability from the M3. Or M5, sorry. Oh my gosh, Scout. That HE shell was so clutch. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so good for COH3. Another wipe on one of Ray's infantry squads. And it looks like Ray potentially clutching defeat from the jaws of victory by losing 3 squads in the last 5 minutes. Rifleman here providing some vision here for the M5. Second shot comes in, puts it dangerously low. Rifleman choosing not to overextend against the Whirlwind. Okay, Nebels at Vet 1. Still no officer quarters for any of Ray's tech structures. I think that's a big miss, honestly. Even tier 1 would have been really nice. MG42. Coastals would have been Vet 3 by now. They get some very nice bonuses at F3. A third M5. Ooh, I think we're hitting critical mass here for F3riG. Yeah, look at the population difference here. This game is completely swung. We've got 6 VPs left for F3riG. All Ray needs to do is break him for just a moment. But I think it might be too little too late. The riflemen have scaled up. We've got three machine gun teams, but 2 Vet3 50 cals. M5's covering every point. That sandbag coming in clutch. He's gonna eat. Oh no. I was gonna say he's gonna eat another HE barrage, but here it comes. HE barrage coming in. Nope. Oh, the Whirlpool. Oh no. Wow, another hit on the Whirlpool. Nebel barrage coming in, but it's too late. HE shell hits the officer squad, forces him back. The map is bleeding red and blue is taking over. Oh, wow. Great hits from the Nebel. Finishes off the crew there on the M5. Oh, that Vet3 HMG. He's just going to squeak away from the Coastal there. He's actually not going to be able to withstand this Coastal and Rifleman combo. Yeah, good retreat there. Wow. This game is crazy. It was looking so promising for Ray. No, but honestly, no bunkers used by Ray. No rapid no support bunkers were used. No use of designated Overwatch. He's got 800 munitions.
The tow 3-inch gun is ready to deploy.
I even feel like the phosphorus barrage from the Nebelwerfer would work really, really nicely here because you get the smoke effect on top of burn. There's no smoke for Ray. There's no way that he can push on top of these guns. He's just trying to brute force his way in with artillery, and F3riG being very quick on the responses with his fixed gun positions to protect them. 50 cal in a nice position to protect the VP here from the Coastal Pile combo. Nebel eating away at that rifleman. Oh, okay. That's not. I was gonna say maybe he's burning out retreat, but he looks okay. No 50 cal upgrade here for the other 1919, but he's in a good position with the help of the scout. F3riG got it in stealth reconnaissance mode to make sure he can see threats coming well in advance. And we're just now getting survival training. I know I heard about 5 or 6 minutes ago F3riG got the logistics, so he was very late on his infantry upgrades as well. Pretty sure all of his squads were Vet3, so it kind of defeats the purpose at this point. Actually, I would have to do the math to see, like, what is it? 25% reduction in replacements. And so I'd have to do the math on what this, how many models you need from this for it to pay off. Because it's 150 manpower, which in the late game is like, it's a lot more. Like you need a lot more value from the, basically the earlier you get this, the better it is for your economy, but good flanking here from the Pioneer, but Rifleman's going to be able to answer back. Coastal Squad gets suppressed in green cover, flushed away by the Rifleman. 50 cal is pretty comfortable just sitting there eating the Pioneer shots, and the Riflemen are going to turn around and put this Pioneer to bed. He's going to walk into the 50 cal arc. He's probably going to lose that squad. Yeah, there they go. 30 cal denying the capture here from the Pioneer. Rifleman coming into support as well. Nebel barrage in the middle, but nothing to follow up on this. And the M5's MVP for this game, don't see these very often. Ray building more infantry. I don't think he knows what to do at this point, because he knows that if he goes more Werbos, he's just going to be running into triple heavy AT guns with the half-track support. Lots of team weapons here from F3riG. He's got 3 machine gun squads now. Looks like he lost his second engineer. I know that was quite a long time ago, but definitely would have helped him deal with the mines a little bit earlier. Also haven't been seeing a ton of usage of like supervised sector or What is this ability
We
called?
should spend our munitions at
Inspire
once.
combatants. Haven't seen that used really very frequently from Ray either. Honestly, this was looking like Ray's game to lose, and unfortunately,
Increase security around the HQ.
I mean,
We
it's
are down
easy to be a
100
critic
points.
when you're sitting in a spectator seat and you can see everything going on, but looks like maybe the fatigue started to get to Ray a little bit. Maybe a little bit too much excitement about closing up the game early on the VPs. And a mistake that I've made many times, causing him to lose some very important units.
We have 75
Maybe we'll get
points
some
remaining.
smoke coming in here on these Jaegers. Potentially. No smoke. Oh, there. Smoke is coming in very late, it looks like. Puts it on the VP, which is an interesting choice considering the Rifleman's already there. Rifleman very comfortable here on the southern VP in this green cover position. Nice grenade from the Rifleman.
Do something.
These Coastals are not going to be able to fight these Riflemen up close. You may as well pull away from this. But he's got no choice. He's bleeding out on VPs now. The game's completely flipped around in the last 10
Territory
minutes.
sector lost. Sectors are isolated. We have been
Wow. Very well played. 50 cal. Yeah. That's it. This is unwinnable now for Ray. Where just shame. You win because you want to win. Insane. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he did have an over 400 VP lead. F3riG was down to sub 50 in the first 35 minutes. And then some crazy losses on the Jaeger side for Ray, I think, cost him way too much. He really could have used maybe a second Djebel with that manpower that he lost on the extra squads. If he had kept his Werbles maybe together, used the phosphorus smoke barrage on one of the M5s and just chased down the half tracks with his Werbles, that would have been a good tactic, I think. But yeah, it looks like Ray throwing in the towel and F3riG clawing back from 6 VPs with the triple M5 towed AT gun. Very nice micro on these through the whole game. And as usual, exceptional Rifleman play. I know F3riG, he's a sprint believer as well. I think he goes sprint on pretty much all of his Riflemen. He much prefers the ability to reposition over the extra firepower. And yeah, he shows why he's one of the best in the world, if not the best at US especially. So very, very well played from both players. And wow, lots to unpack. I really feel like Ray, like, he played super tight, super well in the early game. I didn't necessarily agree with his macro decisions on what he chose to unlock inside of his Coastal Battle Group. He didn't get a ton of value out of any of his choices. Didn't use this, didn't use Bulwark, didn't use support bunkers. Coastal Wall mines he got a lot of value out of for sure. But not much else, really. Like, I think rapid fortifications would have been fantastic for him. He could have been, littering some MG bunkers all over the map, potentially. Designate defensive line, maybe. No, not so much. But yeah, I mean, he didn't get very many bunkers up. He could have gone support bunkers and rapid fortifications. That delays your first bunker a little bit, but you can get some great value out of those. But I guess, looking at what F3riG has, like, what can he build? Anything that he builds is going to get torn down by the AT guns at long range. So there really wasn't much he could do. He was in a tough spot. He made the most of it, going side teching for Djebels. He definitely needed the indirect. That was the answer here. Even a mortar with smoke would have probably helped him a lot. If he could have smoked on top of the M5, he definitely could have collapsed in with, like, critical mass of Werbles. But he didn't have a ton of options. After the mid game and F3riG started to claw his way back after the M5 choice, rapid reposition on his team weapons here, Rifleman ticking Vet 3, scaling all the way up. Like, the pendulum just completely swung back in the other direction, and Ray was not able to claw his way back. So, wow. lots to take away and great. I think this super interesting game, very off meta play from both players. These two showcasing why they are the best. I mean, against any other opponent, Ray would have closed this out in 20 minutes, right? But F3riG staying composed, showing that tactical endurance that he's got to play the long game, scale his way up, make all the correct macro decisions in terms of his battle group, and he came back. So very, very well played by F3riG, especially well played by both players. I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you learned something from it. And let me know what you think of this new series. Is this something you want to see a lot more of? Hopefully, games that aren't me, but better players, more dynamic players with different styles. I think there's a lot of potential for us to kind of go through a bunch of these replays together and learn a lot as a community, myself included in this, watching these replays back. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I appreciate all of you. Have a great one. See you, nerds.